Good afternoon and welcome to Rosendale yet again for the second and final run of this OS 120 Surpass SP supercharged engine. Now the first run I did just about an hour or so ago was a break-in run. This one I've changed the prop and we'll be leaning it out just a hair more. The prop on here now is a APC 1414 competition type prop, one of the props that's recommended for this engine. Same OSF glow plug. I have not touched the high-speed needle since the last run, which you may or may not have seen depending on how often you watch my videos. And I've got about a half a tank here of Omega 15% castor synthetic blend fuel, straight Omega, no additional castor added. I had to tighten this stand down quite a bit. I had to remove the spinner because the spinner just wouldn't accommodate the thickness of this hub. And I've also changed locations a little bit so that you can see this beautiful pear tree in the background that's blooming right now. So, it is now 78 degrees here in Pickett. It's a spectacular day. It's actually kind of warm, in my opinion. I'm not used to Florida weather anymore, so now I'm a Wisconsinite, and now this is really hot. So, let's run this really hot engine. All right. I am going to see about just maybe doing my standard prime method instead of doing it with the electric starter like OS says to do. I don't care for that. Let's throw the tachometer on the ground. And I'm hoping that flipping this starter around will engage in this and be enough to turn this thing over, otherwise we got problems. Okay, it didn't like that. I didn't like that. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Yeah, I've got channel locks here because I'm going to use the soft end of these to try to hand start this thing because my starter is not going to fire this thing up at all. It should be primed, as far as I know, I think. I hope. I opened the needle valve half a turn so it shouldn't be leaned out. Let's try the backflip. That's the last thing I wanted to happen. I don't want to have to hand start this biatch again. I am really not enjoying this engine at all. This engine is just not happy at all. It's not all that hot. Supercharger's cool. I don't know if it backfired again. It did backfire the first time, and threw that prop nut loose. Yeah, this is not. I'm not really enjoying this. Too much there. A couple clicks too much for it. Looks like there's still fuel on the line. Okay, so that was painful, getting this engine to run this time without a starter. It needs a starter, there's no doubt about it. No thanks, not interested. This is a I don't even really know what to say. I don't care for this engine whatsoever. Not one bit. I noticed, and I stopped the run before the tank was over because I haven't touched that glow plug. I haven't taken that plug out or anything at all. And I noticed that there's leakage there. There was fuel in there and I could see it bubbling, and I'm like, well, what the hell is that? I've never even touched that plug. Never even pulled it out of the head to test it. That's exactly as it came to me, and I see leakage on there. So I don't know what to say about that, other than maybe the previous owner prior to Chris took that plug out and damaged the gasket or something. I don't know. So I ran the fuel out, and I'm probably gonna put the starter, or now that the fuel line is disconnected completely, everything's disconnected, see if it'll fire again and get all the nitro out of this thing and pack this engine up and get it back to Chris, because you can have it. Maybe this will generate some good video views, but I don't really care for this engine one bit. Not at all. So anyway, there's your run. Second and final run of this engine.